All right, we are going to try to solve equations by factoring, solve quadratic equations by factoring. In order to do so, we're going to use the zero product property. The zero product property says that if A times B equals 0, then that means that either A equals 0, the first factor equals 0, or B, the second factor equals 0. So what we're essentially going to do is set up our quadratic equation so it's ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. We're going to factor that into those two binomials, just like we did on our homework the last couple nights. And then we will factor, or after we factored them into those binomial pairs, we will set each pair equal to 0. So let's look at this example. It's actually straight from your textbook, example 1, so follow along if you'd prefer. 2x squared minus 11x is equal to negative 15. Our first step is to make sure that we're in standard form. So let's move the negative 15 to the other side by adding 15 to both. Next, our job is to make sure that we factor our quadratic into the pairs of binomial terms that they're supposed to be. So we will multiply 2 times 15, that gives us 30. Factors of 30 that add up to negative 11, well, if they multiply to give us a positive and they add to give us a negative, then we're talking about two negative factors. Those negative factors will be negative 6 and negative 5. Factors of 30 that add up to negative 11. We'll factor by grouping, just like we did on our homework. And so we factored our quadratic. We have 2x minus 5 is multiplied by x minus 3. That product equals 0. If this times this equals 0, that means that this thing could equal 0. It also means that this thing can equal 0. So we are going to solve now two separate equations in order to solve this one quadratic equation. One of our answers is x equals 5 halves. Our other solution is x equals positive 3. We're done. Yay!